Shalom. Joseph and TikTok. In the Talmud, we find the fascinating statement, the descendants of Joseph are not subject to the evil eye. This is quoted by Rashi in explaining the blessing given to Joseph's sons, Ephraim and Manasseh, in this week's parashah. Is the concept Ayin Hara, or the evil eye, still relevant today? Many people, despite their sophistication, still turn to amulets or red cords to ward off the evil eye. But what is the evil eye, and how can we really protect ourselves from it? The late Rabbi Joseph B. Soloveitchik, one of the most influential Jewish thinkers of the 20th century, offered a powerful contemporary explanation. He described the evil eye not as a supernatural force, but as a psychological and social phenomenon. Rabbi Soloveitchik wrote, "The matter of the Ayin Hara is crystal clear to me. There are people whose lives are entirely dependent on the thoughts of others, whether they approve of them, forget about them, or praise them. The moment they realize that others no longer approve of them or care about them, this immediately destroys their spiritual strength and self-confidence. People like this see themselves exclusively from the perspective of others without recognizing their independent abilities." Rabbi Soloveitchik's explanation frames the evil eye as the way external judgment can distort our self-worth. When a person's identity is shaped entirely by the approval or disapproval of others, they are vulnerable to the negative effects of society's gaze. The evil eye in this sense is not a supernatural curse, but a dangerous psychological trap that erodes confidence and self-esteem. What is striking about Rabbi Soloveitchik's words is how prophetic they are in the context of our social media-driven world. He wrote this more than 30 years ago, long before platforms like Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok could even be imagined. How incredibly relevant are his insights to us now. In our society, the evil eye is not a distant, mystical force. It is pervasive. Social media thrives on likes, comments, and shares. Our self-worth becomes distorted, tied to how others perceive us. We enter into a whirlpool of social approval, constantly seeking affirmation and fearing judgment. The more we rely on others to define our identity, the more vulnerable we become to the evil eye. Obviously, there are times when the opinions of others matter. Whenever we bench, we say the phrase, "May we find grace and good favour in the eyes of God and man." When we put God first, we know how to evaluate the perspective of others. Our first filter is the yoke of Torah, not the woke of whatever's trending. In that way, we can shield ourselves from the destructive power of social media's evil eye. Shabbat Shalom.